Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about how I've been doing on my no-buy, and that's literally how I've been doing on my no-buy. Alright, so beginning of September I made a video about how I wanted to go on a no-buy, and I just realized I had way too many things, especially when I had to unpack it all and then unpack it, and I'm like, this is way too much and I don't even use a lot of it. So, I guess like mainly what I meant with that is definitely clothes. I have way too many clothes, and makeup. I have way too many makeup that like it's just gonna take like too long for it to use, and I really have learned that with project panning, that it's like I don't go through lipsticks that fast. I don't go through like eyeshadows that fast, and it's not like I've been like buying a lot, especially because the whole like first half of the year to like August I've been specifically saving for my trip. And I feel like because I was so like goal oriented in having money for my trip, I was so good at not spending my money. But post trip I don't have anything to save for, so I'm just like saving my money, or I'm just spending my money, which is kind of how I still feel like I am. And I was like, I'm just gonna go on a no buy, but I realized this whole like no buy thing is not my area where I have issues with. So I have a bullet journal, and I call this my practice bullet journal because it's like in this like wide rule type of notebook situation. So this is my practice one because I have like a cute little small one with blank pages that was in like a goodie bag for like a guest at work, and he left and never got his goodie bag and never claimed it. So I just took the notebook because why not? Because who doesn't want the notebook? So it's just like sometimes if they're with groups, they have like goodie bags with a bunch of like crap in it and they don't always end up taking it. So it's up for grabs if they don't, like we try to contact them, and if they don't respond within like 14 days, then we just get rid of it, aka we can take it. So I was like, I want to do like a bullet journal, and I started, when did I start this? I kind of tried to start it in like June/July, then just from there on I didn't do all of August because I was gone, and I'm not going to be like drawing and stuff when I was in Europe. So this is like a very rambly video, and it's going to be a very rambly video. So I've been kind of practicing doing bullet journaling, and a part of my bullet journal is tracking my expenses, and let's just say like I didn't really do great on this no buy thing. So as I was like trying to say before I got sidetracked about this whole like my practice bullet journal, and then I'm gonna actually have a legit bullet journal in 2019 thanks to the guy who left his goodie bag, is that my problem isn't buying clothes and buying makeup. I realize my problem is getting into hobbies, investing in that hobby, and then moving on to another hobby, and then investing in that hobby, and then etc, etc. So, and I've been able to like realize this pattern through bullet journaling because I'm tracking my expenses, etc, etc. So like when I got back from my trip, I was into like jewelry, like specifically like making jewelry with like crystals and seashells and all of that stuff. So I spent like $300 to $400 on like jewelry making tools, the gems itself, the chains, things to make like the shells shinier that I collected and maybe brought back, or maybe did not. That's allegedly. So then I spent on that, and then I got really back into bullet journaling. So I spent, and like bullet journaling and like watercolors in your bullet journal. So I bought paints and brushes and markers and stickers and different type of like construction papers, and then I got really back into, I used to be a dancer, so now I'm getting back into like exercise and dancing. So I'm looking into buying like more gym clothes, because I only have enough gym clothes to last me 3 days, and then I have to wash everything, and doing laundry every 3 days is so wasteful when you could just buy more. And like, so that is where I fail at my no buy, for the most part, because there's still other little like things that I'm like spending in, but I'm like, oh, it's technically not clothes, and it's technically not makeup or skincare, and this is what like mostly this channel is about, so it doesn't count. But it does, because I'm still spending money, and the whole point of a no buy is just to not spend money. So that is my issue. And then a couple other things happened since I've made that video 2 months ago. My car needed a bunch of repairs, so I had to dip into my emergency fund for that. My laptop finally crapped out on me, which I had been like foreshadowing it was gonna happen. It finally happened. I had to buy a new laptop, and that was $1,400, because I bought a MacBook, and I know MacBooks last, and I previously had a Toshiba, and Toshiba is a shit PC. I did not want it when I bought it. My dad was like the one that would like push me to get it, and I was just like, oh, my dad knows about technology, so I'll just listen to him. And finally crapped out of me after 4 years, and the touchscreen was already like crapping out. My dad wants it because he thinks he can fix it. I said go for it, and this was after I heard about the MacBook. It's fine. I've been wanting a MacBook anyways, so that's that. It just had to suck that it all happened within getting my car fixed. That's basically it, because everything else was stupid of me to spend. And it's not like, I mean, these things bring me joy, which, I mean, it's good, but I'm spending all my money on that, and that's not okay. So that's where I'm at. And because I was like, I had to do the car, and I had to do this, and I'm paying for Coachella because for some reason I ended up being the one that has to pay for it, and then I'm going to get, my boyfriend's gonna pay me back during Christmas time for reasons I'm not going to explain, which is fine. So on top of that, and on top of that, and then it was like, my mom's birthday, her 50th birthday just passed, so I had to buy her like a birthday present, and I got her some makeup, and then I was just like, oh, let me just throw little things here and there for me to reach that shipping. So then I ended up getting stuff because of free shipping, which, so let's just say I'm not gonna say I failed at no buying, or this no buy thing, because if you say, it's not winning or like achieving something, it's all about progress and eventually getting yourself there. Because if I say I failed, then, and I just failed completely, I'm not gonna just like throw in the towel and just be like, oh, whatever, like I'm just gonna spend because I suck at this. No, like I have clearly seeing what my areas of issues are. I see what my triggers are. Even if I'm already spending a lot of money, I'm just like, oh, I'm spending money anyway, so might as well just spend more money. That's kind of like the mentality I have. And then also, my 3-year anniversary is today as I'm filming this, but I'm a long distance, so we won't be celebrating till the weekend. But I'm just like, oh my god, I had to buy an anniversary present, and Christmas is around the corner, and I don't know what other holidays I'm going to make up just to justify spending. Like, I love spending money. Like, it doesn't matter on what it is. Like, love it if it's a hobby. Makeup and like clothes just don't bring me like joy anymore, like spending money on it. So that's why like I just haven't been buying stuff. But like investing in a hobby, like that is my shit. But the thing is like a month I'll be into this, a month I'll be next to the next thing, and like I'll just be investing in all these hobbies, and that's all where my money is going to, and that's not okay. So that is where I am at. So I have spent money. I feel like I have no money compared to the money that I have, like, you know, pre-Europe. But update. Speaking of trips, I do plan on going to Seoul, South Korea next year. I don't know if it's gonna happen in the spring or if it's gonna happen in the fall, because my friend lives out there, so it's really not gonna be like an expensive trip because my friend lives there and it's gonna be visiting her. I think more likely than not it's gonna happen in fall, just because I think like there's no way I can cough up the money right now to go in the fall time, because there's so many things I also want to do. Like, I bought tickets to the Ariana Grande concert, and I bought my boyfriend's tickets also because he wants to go. I don't know why he wants to go, because he's not like a big Ariana Grande fan. I think he just wants to go because he knows like it'll make me happy. But I had to buy the tickets because, again, he's gonna pay me back in December for, I'm not gonna say why, or like why it's all in December, like I'm getting paid back or whatever. So that hurt. We still had to find a place for Coachella, so that's gonna be a binge. I said B-I-N-C-H, C-H, not, there's no T in there. That's gonna hurt because everyone likes to hike up their prices for that, but I think the event is worth it. I had so much fun last year. I'm probably not gonna go again after this upcoming year, just because I think 2 is good enough. I don't want to, it's a lot of money, and I think twice is good enough. Just because it's gonna be a little bit of a different experience because of the people that were in last year. I felt like, not gonna get into it, that's a whole other story. This is gonna be like a very rambly video. I'm so sorry. So Coachella's in April, the concert's in May. I am planning to fly out. Also for my mom's 50th, I had to fly out to Arizona because that's where they live. So that was that, on top of like, it was her 50th, so I got her, you know, I'm not gonna get her like, oh, here's like, man, little crappy like present, like, happy birthday, mom. No, like, I actually like invested and got something nice for her, because, you know, who doesn't want to feel special on their 50th? And one of my love languages, Hannah Louise Poston like posted about this, my love language is gift giving. I love gifting, not so much like receiving them, but I love like shopping for other people, and like, again, it just plays up how I love to spend money into that. So I'm like, here you go. So I'm still broke from that. And then my family can't come out for Christmas, so I want to go to Arizona for Christmas to spend it with them. So that's another plane ticket I have to think about, on top of like Christmas presents, which I've already said. We have a wedding. My cousin's getting married in January, so there's that to think about. I actually am not buying a dress. I'm reusing something I already have, which I'm pretty proud about myself, but there's just a lot of things to think about. So back to this whole ramble. So I think in regards to saving for going to Seoul, I think it's most likely gonna happen in the fall time. Yeah. But another thing is, I really need to start saving up for a new car, because my car is getting up there. She's starting to have her issues. She already had issues, but I think a lot of the issues could have been avoided if I had like been checking up on it and getting the stuff that needed to get done when it needed to happen. But you know what, yeah. So next year is really a year that I want to really save up for a car. And then there's this other event I wanted to go to in February. Oh, in February, Tiffany Haddish is going to have her like stand up, and she's going on tour. I love her. Like, I will support that woman. Like, I watch her movies in theaters like twice. I am gonna ask for her book for Christmas. If I do like gift exchanges or anything, which that's another thing. I'm just gonna ask for that book or something else that I've been thinking about, but I really, really want her book. So I want to go to her stand-up, and that's in February. I have to let my bank account recover before I think about buying tickets, but I really want to do that, so yeah. So as you can see, it's gonna be really, really hard for me. So just like, I don't know what it is. I've been toying with the idea of doing like a no spend year next year, but simply in regards to things that trigger me. So I want to go on a no buy replacement years for skincare and for makeup and for clothes, but you don't really have to replace clothes that often because I'm sure you have something in like your wardrobe to replace it with, but I just really don't want to buy like anything. I really want to just like don't spend on anything, and then really write down like a couple of events that I'm okay with spending money on. So like the events I talked about, because it's no fun if you're just like sitting at home not able to do anything because you're on your no spend like year. But it's but I don't know. I'm really toying with that idea. I just, knowing myself, it's gonna be hard for me, and that's the whole point of the challenge, is if I'm hopping from like hobby to hobby to like not be able to like, if I find something that I like not being able to like, oh my god, how am I gonna be able to do this if I don't have the right materials and stuff. So I'm toying with that idea, but that's really where my issue is. But I think now that I have like, I'm starting to get all these events that I'm looking forward to that I have to save up for, I think that might be easier to do, because if I have something to focus on, which I haven't or hadn't in the last like September and October, that's really what was like, okay, spending money like crazy. Like, it doesn't have to be on things that I said like clothes and like makeup, but I'm spending on all these other things, and that kind of like defeats the purpose. But so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be so hard for me to not like invest in new things, and like I'm starting to get more comfortable with the idea of it, because when I first started like getting the idea to do a whole no buy year for 2019, I'm like, oh my gosh, that means I have to like stock up on everything. Let me just buy more gym clothes, let me buy like more chains for jewelry, let me buy more like easels, even though like I have some, but it's like, no girl, you have to start saving for a car. If you want to go to a trip, you have to start saving for that. You need to pay off your credit card. You need to start saving for a wedding that's gonna happen, like my wedding. Not engaged yet, but it's coming in that foreseeable future. It is soon, right? That's getting way too ahead, but you know, celebrating 3 years today, so you would think that maybe that would happen, but we'll see. But not like wedding with this person. I mean, yes, I would like to get married to this person, but like I don't have like money for a wedding thing, and it's like, am I gonna have like my cousins who just got engaged like last New Year's, and they had a year-long engagement, and then they're getting getting married. Like, do I want a short engagement where like I have enough money to be like, oh yeah, like we can just get married whenever? Or is it like, oh my god, I want this like wedding, but I don't have money for it? And I'm just thinking stuff like that, like adult brain. But mostly a new car. Not like new, but like a newer car, because they don't even make my car anymore. They discontinued the model of my car. Like, they only made like a generation's worth. I have a PT Cruiser. Should I have said that? I have a PT Cruiser. They stopped making PT Cruisers a long time ago, and you wanna know why? Because PT Cruisers have a lot of issues. So that's like where I'm at. That's all I can say. This video is a little long. So if you like chatty videos, I always like chatty videos like when I'm getting ready, because it feels like I'm not by myself getting ready. But will you watch my long chatty video? I don't know. If you do and you've gotten to the end, thank you so much for just sitting through the last kind of like 20 minutes of me just like spewing out everything that's been going on in regards to that. But I don't know. So the conclusion is that I know what my problem is. The second point to all of this is that I think now that I have things to look forward to, and things that I know I have to start saving for, I will be a lot more controlling with my money. Like, it was so bad that I felt like I didn't have even money, even though like I do, that like I picked up like a tutoring thing, and I tutor like this kid in chemistry for extra cash because I feel like I don't have money because it's been spent. And I feel like maybe some of you guys might be disappointed by this video, but like, I'm not perfect. Realistically, nobody's perfect. Everyone's gonna struggle, and maybe if I get out there that I'm struggling and I know why I'm struggling, it might, well, first of all, it is gonna help me, but it might help you too, as in like, maybe I should think about my spending, or like, maybe I should tell her like, what do I do when I feel like I want to spend on X, Y, and Z that I've just told you. So thank you for sitting through this video. I don't think I have anything else to say really, but again, thank you so much for watching and getting through this video. If you got through it, thank you, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!